What's good? What's good this morning? It's your boy Fannon, man. Real talk for 90. Said, what's the dang deal, man? Chilling. You know how it is. Michael James, what's going on, man? It's Cursor, what's happening? Maurice McElroy, DOG77, what's happening, man? King 513, Gravy Davy, man. Thank you for coming by and chopping it up with me. Tony Snowflakes, Syndicate J, Stormy B-Man, Corey. What's going on, Corey Yellow Man Jackson? Harold Jones, sir, what's good? Derek McKee, what's going on, man? One King, Right Hook, what's going on? Abel Mahari, man, what's going on with that message you retracted? Okay, there you go. What's going on, Broderick Hunter? JMJ 2121, man. What's going on? Rob Lee, Rob Sportsman Lee. TJ Wilkins, what's going on, man? The Dap, what's going on, man? Don ZB said, let's go in on Eddie, man. Come on, man. You know. What's going on, Fifth Avenue Phil, Scholar Gang? Yes, man. That was a good, man. I was, I just got to listen. Another day I got to listen to all the Trill Boxing Talk. That was fun this morning. Tiger Eggs Boxing Channel. What's going on, man? Almighty Law. What's good? Don ZB said, Eddie lying again today, big bro. Of course he is. It's today. It's today. So you know Eddie got to tell a lie. Every day, it's today. That dude gonna let one fly, dog. This boy gonna let one fly. Man, God dog, man. Fannon, you F with Public Enemy? Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of my favorite groups. That's the first group that really, I guess Run DMC probably was the first group that I got me into, to the extent that I ever got into it, rap. But yeah, man, Public Enemy, man, that's my guys right there. Dean Morgan, what's going on, Dark Truth? Check me out. One Norvert, what's going on, man? Jeff, the producer, what's going on, man? So let's start this going, man. All right, man, I'm gonna go out of order, man. I got this thing titled Wilder versus Fury next. AJ is gonna fight Whyte in Gervonta Davis versus Manny Pacquiao. Okay. First thing is Wilder versus Fury next, man. That shit's gonna happen, dog. Okay. That's where I'm believing. I'm 90% that shit's gonna happen. 99.5% that's gonna happen. Frank Warren gave an interview on BT Sports, man. Thank you to Black Fight Fan TV for sending me that. By the way, I think he sent it out to a bunch of cats. I was on the mailing list for that, and I really do appreciate him sending that. Basically, repeating a lot of the stuff that, man, we all know is true. God, dog. What's going on, Junior the Truth in the building? What's going, man? Subscribe to Junior the Truth, King of the Green Screen. Avid boxing fan said, I miss troll boxing talk this morning. Trill boxing talk this morning. I had to run some air. Why you calling them trolls, man? Think you meant trill, man. What's going on, Brandon Ivy? What's going on, man? We got people pouring in a little. Okay, we got people pouring in. Mr. Gillian, what's going on? Dean Morin. Manny still the bomb. Word, yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be an example of an old big man getting his ass whooped by a little man. He better stay away from Gervonta Davis, man. I truly, truly believe that. I truly believe that he need to stay away from Gervonta Davis. He's too slow. Too slow. And Gervonta's a southpaw. He gonna get up inside that boy and give him that work, man. At least that's what I think. And it'd be an occasion where I can make money. I would make money off that fight. That would be like Oscar De La Hoya. That fight would be like Gervonta Davis, Manny Pacquiao would be like Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao. Where it's like, oh, no, he can't win. He's too small. No, he can win. Speed kills, man. What's going on, Lynn Mad? And Manny don't have that anymore. Dean Morgan said, Manny, yes, Manny's to the bomb. Absolutely. Let me make sure I got, okay, go. What? Manny don't want that smoke with Errol? No, he's too small. He definitely don't want that smoke with Errol Spence. Probably don't want it with Mikey Garcia. Up there, anything like up there, but Manny Pacquiao's 40 years old. I'm telling you, man, I like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao just looks slow. He look real, real slow. And Tank is going to engage with you. Now, he could wind up catching him. St. Cruz said detached retina. They're saying it's a scratched cornea. But you still need to retire. When you start getting eye injuries, that's just telling you it's just telling you you're getting old, man. Brandon Ivy, if they let Pac-Man fight Tank, it is Pac versus De La Hoya, but worse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. You see me. It's Pac De La Hoya. Brandon, what's going on? Oh, Dion Washington said, man, I'm enjoying the bell curve book recommendation you made in one of the last week's streams. That's what's up, man. To keep a watch on them stats, man. Telling you that all that book is about is keeping black folk from going to college. The whole argument of the book. And I don't even think the dude that wrote that book, the cat's not, I think he's like a physicist or something. It's not like the cat's an educator. He just wrote the fucking book. Fannon, what do you think about this? AJ and Broner haven't been the same since Marcus McDonough. I mean, about right. I don't think he's been the same since he sparred Errol Spence Jr. But whatever the case is, no, man. I mean, dude, first of all, he's been in a lot of wars. But he looked better last night. He looked better last night than he did. As crazy as it sounds, he looks like he's getting better with every fight. He just keeps fighting guys that he can't beat. You know, he looked better against Jesse Vargas than he did against Mikey Garcia, just the way he approached the fight. He looked better against Manny Pacquiao than he did against Jesse Vargas, and he didn't get the win. He did, unlike, you know, the draw he got against Jesse Vargas. But, you know, also, man, I think one of the biggest problems that Adrian Broner has is his mouth. Judges don't want to give him credit for shit. Judges are probably like, man, can we get this clown out of here, man? You got cats. I mean, dude's a moron, man, in a lot of ways, man. G Child Inc. said, I'm a British fan. AJ is an embarrassment to the United Kingdom. Hey, man, by the way, that makes me remember there's a guy named Derek Owens that I exchanged emails with or comments on the last live stream with, man. Anybody named Derek Owens, dude, I'm going to assume you're black. If you're not from the UK, if I can't go to your page and see that you're from the UK, because sometimes, you know, they'll have people like whose last name is Walsh from the UK, like the old school British, whatever UK names. Most people are named Owen, Derek Owen, D-E-R-E-K Owen. Most people in America named Derek Owen are going to be black. All right. So I didn't think you were a white guy, or I didn't think you were a European American. And I didn't think that, and I said, just like I think about you, what's going on, Toot Robinson in the building? Look, man, I'm going to explain what I meant. Did you see Blue Bloods video about a strong? No, I didn't see that. I saw the feed. I didn't read it yet. I was watching Trill Boston talking, trying to get my lift in. He don't deserve 50-50 split. Who doesn't deserve a 50-50 split? Sparrow, 60-40 is a fair deal. Wilder should take it. He ain't offered that shit. And no, he should. Fuck Anthony Joshua. This is what I'm saying. Let me get into this. I don't care, man. Let that dude do whatever he's going to do over there. Deontay Wilder has got, his profile has been raised. He's making more money by ignoring Anthony Joshua. Why should he stop it and go do it and do anything Anthony Joshua wants him to do? Man, Anthony Joshua's an ass, okay? I have never in my life ever heard somebody talk about their money as much as Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua do. Never heard it, man. Never heard about everybody being financially unrealistic. Tyson Fury's financially unrealistic. Dillian Whyte is financially unrealistic. Deontay Wilder is financially unrealistic. Oh, everybody wants to make a career high payday against me. But, you know, if they win the fight, then they can make their payday. If they take the fight for, you know, less than what they think is fair, and if they beat me, then they can get paid down the road. Who the hell, what heavyweight have you ever heard talk like that? Who have you ever heard talk like that? I've never heard it. I've never heard a boxer talk like that before. I've never heard Floyd Mayweather Jr. say that before. Floyd Mayweather Jr. knows dang well when you fight Floyd Mayweather Jr., you get your biggest shit there. But come on, man, who's he gonna fight? And dude, I got no time for Anthony Joshua, man, or Eddie Hearn, man. Those dudes just need to go away for real. And he's gonna screw around and get knocked out. He's gonna screw around and get knocked out by a bum. Man, I'm sick of them dudes, man. I'm sick of them. Okay, and here's the thing. I want to clarify what I said before somebody try to knick-knack me. nobody should be able to go fight somebody else for more money than they would have got fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. Nobody. Okay? And the fact is, Deontay Wilder will make more money very well might make more money in a rematch with Tyson Fury than he would make fighting AJ in the UK. If they get to 600,000 pay-per-views, there's no way that he's not going to make more money in the United States than he makes in the UK. But he's supposed to not do that, right? For the blessing of fighting Anthony Joshua? Screw Anthony Joshua, man. This dude, Anthony Joshua, hit the pinnacle of boxing, the pinnacle of heavyweight boxing, and then turned into a damn prima donna. That is a prima donna. If there's ever been a boxing prima donna, Anthony Joshua is a boxing prima donna. He can fight for sure, but he believes every bit of the press clippings, man. Every bit of the press clippings. Get out of here, man. He can get out of here. I don't care about seeing that dude fight. I don't care, man. That dude could go away. Let me tell you, Andrew Walker, no, there's plenty of ways. Fuck him and keep doing what you're doing. He ain't got to do anything, Anthony Joshua. He don't want to do relative to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua in the United States is already synonymous with Ducker. There's no amount of talking in the big money pit. I'm not talking about the UK. All right? You guys can think whatever you want to think. Have it. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder's ducking. Good job. You can have the entire consensus of the UK fight fan think that Anthony Joshua's not ducking Deontay Wilder. Good for you. People over here think Anthony Joshua is a fraud. People over here think that. The place with the $75 to $100 pay-per-views, with the $30 million gates, the people over here that spend the money, we think he's a coward duck artist. Now, how do I know that? Because somebody as unlikely as anybody to say that, Max Kellerman, was like, yeah, he's over here, he's perceived as a ducker. He's making all that money in the UK, so, why go from the UK to the United States just for an extra $25, $30 million? What's that when you can continue to fight over there and make your money fighting nobodies? Thanks, Max, real boxing fan there. But regardless, even if somebody like Max Kellerman says that, dude, that's like some ultra conservative cat getting on Trump, saying, Trump's not going to win the election. Okay, it has to be really far gone. Trust me, every time he comes to the United States, they ask him he has to answer the question whether he's a duck artist or not. That are the numbers out of Eddie Hearn's mouth in 1 year went from $5 million to fight somebody else to $15 million flat fee to fight Anthony Joshua to, sure, I don't believe it, 60-40 to fight Anthony Joshua. How in the hell did that happen in a year? Think about that. You think that's just, Eddie Hearn was just feeling good? Oh man, we really wanted to fight. We really wanted to fight, so we're just doing something, and it's completely unrelated to the perception that Anthony Joshua's the duck artist? No. It's that they know that is on Anthony Joshua's head. That's not on Deontay Wilder's head. You can try to put it on his head, but like I said, out there in the UK, you guys keep doing it, and you couple of your little, shoe shining ass dudes over here in the United States that want to say that, cool, let them say it too. But trust, they're not the majority. They're not the majority of the people. Majority of the people think it can't contemplate Anthony Joshua. And I know you want to get rid of this. Nobody in the United States believes you passed up $50 million, dude, and can live with and can accept that. Nobody. And the memories aren't that short. Well, that was so long ago. It was so long ago. And it wasn't real. I mean, he's just some guy from Alabama. How can he have that much money? I mean, he's never made that much money before. Dog, ain't nobody believing you, man. Because everybody over here knows the money is here. It's no shock that somebody would get $50 million for a sporting event. No shock whatsoever. If somebody said Manny Pacquiao is going to get $50 million for a Floyd Mayweather Jr. rematch, nobody would shake, yeah, okay. Oh, the PBC is going to pay another fighter $50 million? Don't nobody believe it. Okay? They don't believe it. And you don't believe it. You just want to win an argument, dude. Anthony Joshua can do whatever Anthony Joshua does. He's having a hard, if you believe the lie, I don't believe the lie, but if you believe it, he can't even find an opponent for April 13th. This dude is supposed to be selling. He sells out Wembley in 5 minutes. You know, he's a $50 billion fighter, but why can't he get anybody to fight him? If you can't find somebody to fight you, how are you going to make money? Oh, here, let me guess. You guys are just going to show up to Wembley to watch him give you a speech, and 100,000 people are going to show up there and pay $100 to pop just to see him shadowbox? He needs somebody to fight, man. And there's only a certain number of people that he can fight, okay? I believe still it's going to be Dillian Whyte. I don't believe Dillian Whyte's going to come to the PBC. I think Dillian Whyte is going to be like, I will go to the PBC. Okay, if you don't pay me what I'm worth, I'm not taking a pay cut to fight Deontay Wilder. I'm not taking a pay cut to fight Anthony Joshua. What kind of shit is that? This is how much of a prima donna Anthony Joshua is. He thinks, or Eddie Hearn and him, if you believe, people's like AJ's the boss. Okay, AJ's the boss. If Dillian Whyte is telling the truth, AJ thinks Dillian Whyte should take a pay cut to fight him. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Anthony Joshua does that. Come on, man. You can have him. Take him. Man, I miss Klitschko, man. I miss Klitschko, dog. If he needs to be one face, one name, dog, he don't need to do jack shit that Anthony Joshua asked him to do. Nothing. And you guys can I don't care. You can say he gets beat, so what? Heavyweights, guess who's going to lose? Anthony Joshua's going to lose. Tyson Fury's going to lose. Deontay Wilder very well may lose. These guys are going to lose. It's the heavyweight division. It's boxing. People lose. So what? So what? Muhammad Ali lost. Joe Frazier lost. George Foreman lost. Evander Holyfield lost. Lennox Lewis lost. Joe Frazier lost. Joe Lewis lost. Jack Johnson lost. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Sugar Ray Robinson lost. These people lose. You fucking fan. That's a fanboy. If he doesn't do it, he's going to lose. So what? If he loses. So what? Manny Pacquiao lost. People lose. It's boxing. Roger Federer played tennis. He lost. Okay? There's nobody that does not. Floyd Mayweather Jr. lost. Okay? In the Olympics. He lost before. Okay? So, did it end his career? Oh, you lost in the Olympics. And when Lomachenko lost. Canelo Alvarez lost. Gennady Golovkin has lost. Come on, man. Sean Porter lost. Just get out of here, man, with this. The world's going to end because if Deontay Wilder loses, Anthony Joshua is going to lose. Just wait around long enough. Klitschko lost a bunch of times. Klitschko lost. Klitschko got knocked out by Layman Brewster. He got knocked out by Corey Sanders. He got knocked out by somebody before that. Okay? Vitaly Klitschko lost to Lennox Lewis. How many people have lost? Man, people lose. You new wave boxing fans, y'all need to cut it out, dude. It's called a rematch. It's called a rematch. Run it back. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? Deontay Wilder could have knocked out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury still could have got a rematch. And Tyson Fury could come back and win a decision. Or Tyson Fury could have fought well today. Tyson Fury could throw his back out in the fight. Get caught, get dropped, get up and lose. So what? He can still fight again. I don't care about losing. So what? So what? But you're going to get thrown out of here. Yes, I believe Deontay Wilder can beat Joshua, and so do you. Unless you don't know boxing, dummy. And I called you a dummy. You must be one of these cats that just start list boxing, just started watching boxing. Absolutely, he can beat him. He can hit him in the head, and the guy can get laid out. Of course he can beat him. You think that he's not going to punch him? You guys believe this nonsense. You guys believe this nonsense that the marketing mechanism for Anthony Joshua or for Matchroom sells you. Deontay Wilder fought 39 bums. Who was he? Who's he beating? He knocked them all out. He didn't go to distance with them. He knocked them all out. What happened? He hit him in the head. They went unconscious. You think none of those guys had chins? All those guys were glass jaws. They all had glass jaws. All 39 of them. Dude, there ain't that many glass jaws in the world, dog. Okay? Tyson Fury said it. No, I can see why this dude's power is really real. That's what Big John Fury said. He's like, I didn't believe in his power. I believe in his power now. No, that dude, my son went down like a ton of bricks. Every time he got hit. It's not even like, when is it going to, it's not a question if Deontay Wilder hits him, what's going to happen? He's going out. Okay? It's not like Anthony Joshua's got some granite chin. Do I honest? Anyway, man, that's enough with you, man. You guys got to kick rocks with stupid shit, man. But we see you reborn, huh? Reborn. Yeah, whatever, dog. You know what it's called? Call the money squad now. Call them the money, call them the pay-per-view squad. That's Deontay Wilder. The pay-per-view squad. The I don't give a shit about AJ squad. I'm going on about my business squad. He's not being financially unrealistic anymore because he's not answering his calls. He's not participating in it. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him in acting like a mature adult who's decided, you know, this guy doesn't want to fight. He wants to negotiate. I have no doubt that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua want to negotiate. And they want to negotiate, and they want to negotiate, and they want to negotiate. And keep on negotiating, and keep on negotiating. And then fight who they want to fight. And then let it start all over again. And wait and watch and continue to have the heavyweights chasing him. Heavyweights aren't chasing him. Why is that? Why is it that the top two heavyweights in the world aren't chasing Anthony Joshua? I think that's factual, isn't it? Deontay Wilder's not asking for the fight with him. Tyson Fury's not asking for the fight with him. Dillian Whyte is coming to the United States talking to people about fighting in the United States. He don't seem like he's chasing a fight with AJ. Why do you think that is? I'm just asking you. Why? Why do you think that is? They're all scared of AJ? They're scared of him? That's what you got to say. They're scared. They're scared of the guy that said that they're being financially unrealistic. No, maybe they just don't want to deal with him, man. Maybe they just don't want to deal with him. Maybe they just don't want to deal with Eddie Hearn. And maybe they figure out, look, you know, eventually, because that's what Don King did to Ali. Rest in peace, Ali. Ali didn't want to do business with Don King anymore. So what Don King did is he signed all the other heavyweights, all the other big mid-tier heavyweights, and they were like, you know what? If you don't want to fight me directly, you're going to have to fight with me eventually because you have to come to me to fight. Ali is the biggest heavyweight ever. He's the biggest A-side in the history of boxing. Biggest A-side. There's nobody that Ali ever fought that could be considered even close to a A side on him. If he came out the grave today, he would be the A side over AJ. The fuck? He's the biggest boxing star that there's ever been. And he still had to deal with Don King because Don King signed all other fighters. Anthony Joshua is not beyond. Anthony Joshua cannot get past this. Boxing is a two-person event. You have to fight somebody. That's just what it is. You have to fight somebody. He's not a musician. Okay? He's not Michael Jackson. Okay? He can't be like, I'm going to throw a concert. Everybody's going to show up to watch me sing and dance. And I don't have to pay anybody shit. Okay? I can get, oh, Mr. Trumpet player, you're good. Nah, too much. I'll get another trumpet player. Oh, hey, Mr. Backup Dancer. No, you're charging me too much. I'll get another backup dancer. Oh, hey, Britney Spears, you want to be the opening act? Or Commodores, you want to be the opening act? Nah, you're charging too much money. I'll take the OJs. That's not him. He has to fight somebody. Unless I'm incorrect. Unless you can tell me of a time that a heavyweight champion did not have to fight another boxer. Only person I know that got away with that shit is Floyd, okay? Against Conor McGregor. So unless Anthony Joshua is going to go fight Chuck Liddell or somebody like that, okay? Rampage, unless he's going to fight Rampage Jackson, Hulk Hogan, somebody like that, Doug, he's going to have to pay somebody to fight him. A side is not the only side. Okay? It's not the only side. It's not a one-man show. But y'all keep riding with that dude. You ride with him, ride with him, ride with him. Hey, you just keep riding with him. I'm cool with you riding with him, dog. Do you, man. But I don't give a fat rat. I don't give a, let me make sure I didn't miss the super chats. I don't give a fat rat if Anthony Joshua fights Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. I don't care. I'm tired of, number one, I'm tired of him. And number two, I'm tired of y'all. Oh, let me get this here. Hey, man, Toot Robinson in the building. Thank you, sir. Abel Mahari in the building. Thank you for the super chat. He said, the problem with fanboys, too much faith in there, and it's hard for them to see reality. When they lose, they'll jump ship or kill themselves. Facts. Or you know what they'll do first, though? They'll say he's robbed. They'll say, oh, the punch was behind his head. Oh, he got up in time. He had padded gloves, whatever, some shit. Oh, he had a flu. Whatever, man. And these cats are never going to admit that they're wrong. They're never going to admit that they're wrong. They'll say Kubrat Pula. I mean, anybody that can argue that a guy that got 39 knockouts in an Olympic bronze medal, eight world championship title defenses at heavyweight, anybody that can make an argument that that guy can't fight is just somebody that's going to say anything. They will just say anything because that's ridiculous. If I said to you, Anthony Joshua has 22 fights. He's got six, I don't know, he's fought 6 title defenses of the IBF, something like that, right? If he has 5 or 6, right? He's got an Olympic gold medal. If I said that dude couldn't fight, you could be like, God, dog, man, you crazy? The dude can fight. Obviously, he can fight. He's an Olympic gold medalist. The guy's won. He's had 6 defenses of a championship belt. Okay? Clearly, he can fight. But you'll do worse. You'll do worse. And say a guy that with 39 that has damn near twice as many knockouts as that guy has fights, has no chance in a fight with him. Yeah. Fuck out of here, man. You guys will believe anything, dude. Yeah, exactly. But what's going on, big time? Mem 10, Lim, and 12 said, I don't think Wilder can fight. I think he can punch. Hell, I know he can punch. Dog, that's part of fight. He can fight, dude. He can fight. That ain't, I mean, you can't even mention that word. He can fight. Fight him. Okay? He didn't win the heavyweight championship by knockout. He won the heavyweight championship by unanimous decision against Bermane-Stiverne. Okay? He can fight. That shit is just ridiculous, dude. What's going on? Feels fantastic. Aram is the boogeyman. Oh, so we getting on Bud. Let me see. AJ can fight Danny Dubois. Yeah, go ahead. Fight Danny Dubois. You still gonna have to pay him. You're gonna have to pay Danny Dubois too. We're gonna have to pay him too. They can go, oh, just show up for free and fight me. Like up out of here, man. Nazim Richards really gave an insightful answer about why he was asked about recently. Look it up. No, I'm not gonna. Fuck are you talking about? You talking about me? You must be talking about somebody else. SHSUL1. If you're talking to me, he said that the dude had to be one of the most talented fighters ever. That's what he said. He said Deontay Wilder had to be one of the most gifted fighters ever. Because he's not as technically sound as everybody else, but look at all the things he accomplished with the way that he fights. Okay? And here's the thing, man. There's a difference between being a world-class technical boxer and not knowing how to fight. Okay? There's a difference. There's a difference between being it's not either you're a billionaire or you're broke. It's obviously Deontay Wilder can fight. There are aspects of his game that are not as good as aspects of other people's game. But there are aspects of their game that aren't as good as his game. Deontay Wilder has a better chin than they do. Just off the chin. Deontay Wilder has a better chin than Anthony Joshua. He's got a better chin than Tyson Fury. He's got a very, very good chin. I've seen Deontay Wilder get flush smacked by guys that can punch. Did you see him fall down? No. He's got a great chin. The dude's also got very good patience. He's also got a very good mentality. This dude is going to fight. There's a lot of things about his game, a lot of the intangible things that other people don't have, he has. He has it. It takes something. It takes something to be fighting Luis Ortiz and pull out a knockout when you need it. It takes something for you to be fighting Tyson Fury and be down on the cards and get a knockdown in the round 12 when you need it. That's something to that. That's something guys like Adrian Broner do not have. That's something that very, very technically skilled boxers, a lot of them don't have. You cannot be that successful and not know how to do it. There's all kind of technical shit that somebody doesn't do well. But do they have heart? Do they have heart? That's a part of competition. Are you somebody that's going to choke? And Deontay Wilder don't choke. He doesn't choke, and he admitted in the last fight, he's like, I was a little too amped. Now he's been on pay-per-view. Now he's been there before. And Tyson Fury had already been in the big fight, a big fight with Vladimir Klitschko. So he had been there, done that before. That's the first time Deontay Wilder ever did that. Been under the really, really big lights, where he is in his first really, really big fight. Now he's been in there. Now he knows what it's like to be on pay-per-view. Now he's fought under the big lights. Let's see what he does next time. And how about this? He wants to get back out there again and do it again. And also, he's not cheap. He's also not cheap. Jesus. Oh, you don't forget to talk about a guy that came in at 209. And yeah, that's a big part of it too. Look, man, Deontay Wilder's chin's already been tested. It got tested by Tyson Fury. He got hit flush by Tyson Fury a couple times. He got flushed. He got hit flush by a couple times by Luis Ortiz. He got hit. Okay? He's been hit. He got hit by Chris Arreola. He got hit by, I don't know if he really got hit hard by Bermain Severn. He's also now just fought a guy that's 6'9". Not that easy to lay a glove on a cat that's 6'9", but he managed to do it. But you want to talk, but also, you know whose chin has been tested? Anthony Joshua's chin's been tested. And it failed. Anthony Joshua's chin is legitimately suspect. If Dillian Whyte can knock him down, or even, dog, if Vladimir Klitschko can knock him down, Wilder can knock him completely out. Respective lad, though. What's good? Fury can't punch. Of course he can't. Hey, man. Sure he can't. Sure he can't. Yeah, so what if he dropped Klitschko? Yeah, great. Klitschko ain't got a chin. Klitschko doesn't have a chin. Anthony Joshua can punch. I never said he couldn't punch. Of course Anthony Joshua can punch. I'm not one of you. I'm not going to sit there and tell you Anthony Joshua can't punch. He can. Anthony Joshua is very strong. Anthony Joshua is a very good puncher. Anthony Joshua's got one of the nastiest uppercuts I've seen, period. If Anthony Joshua hits you with that uppercut, you can go night-night. You absolutely positively can. If he lands that uppercut on you, you can go that right uppercut, you can go to sleep. But see, that's giving Anthony Joshua credit. Y'all are deluded about Deontay Wilder, though. Woolbag said, off topic, I'm reading the comments on this Terrence Crawford IFL TV and laughing as I remember all the people who said race wasn't an issue in the UK. First of all, anybody that says that's just a liar, they just are not telling you the truth. I don't have to live anywhere to know if there's a considerable amount of black folk there, there are some issues, okay? That's how you got there, all right? That's how you got there. Acting like that shit. I speak English, okay? I'm in a former colony that was started by the British. If it's here, it's there. Okay? If it's here, it's there. But there are people who will tell you it's not here either. There'll be people that tell you that it doesn't exist here, that there's not a problem here either. Matter of fact, more people will tell you it doesn't exist here than will tell you there. More. Because there's a lot more people. I don't mean it's true. Oh, yeah, hit the like button, man. I'm all right. We got 300 people in the building. That's cool. I know most of y'all don't want to hear it, dog. That's good. Whatever. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care. UK is a beachhead for, yeah, I mean, oh, it is what it is. 13 haters. Hey, man, let's try to get the likes over 200, man. We got 300 people in the building. I'm cool, though. Let me make sure. Hey, I would rather you subscribe than hit the like. Subscribe so you can tell me I'm ignorant and all that shit later. Just don't come to the chats being disrespectful. I would like to find some people from the UK hand that can really have conversations. But honestly, most of the reasonable, Sugar Fantastic. I did get my man Sugar Fantastic. Most of the cats from the UK that used to have good conversations about AJ and Wilder, we could like go back and have honest discussions. They've already given up on AJ. They've already given up. Okay? You guys lost this argument about Anthony Joshua months ago. You just keep jumping out there like people don't know better, man. That's why Max Kellerman said it on IFL TV too. He said it to the British. He said it to a British media outlet. Anthony Joshua is perceived as a ducker here. I do believe that, what's his name? Jalen Rose also asked Anthony Joshua about the perception that he's a ducker. And so did Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. That's the biggest market. That's the biggest media, sports media thing there is in the U.S. aside maybe Fox, but I think ESPN and Fox. Dog, I'm sure if you talk to Jim Lampley has to give you his opinion on whether AJ's a ducker or not. That shit's not on Deontay Wilder, dude. Because Deontay Wilder just fought Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz back to back. Who was the last two fighters that Anthony Joshua fought? Alexander Povetkin and Joseph Parker. And Carlos Takam. Anthony Joshua's had not been in a fight that anybody had any doubt about the outcome in almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. And if he fights Dillian Whyte on April 13th, it would have been at least 2 solid years since he had a fight that anybody thought he had a chance to lose. Dog, come on, man. The only person that people think they can really beat him is Deontay Wilder. People thought Deontay Wilder could lose to Tyson Fury. I thought that. I was like, please don't fight. Please don't fight Luis Ortiz. See, I know what you guys feel because I felt that about Luis Ortiz. I was like, please don't fight Luis Ortiz. Ty Legacy will tell you because we Instagrammed each other back and forth. Not Instagram, but private message. People would ask me, what do you think? And I'm like, man, I got to tell you, my heart's with Deontay, but I don't know if he can beat Luis Ortiz. That's southpaw. He's a southpaw counter puncher. Dude got bricks in his hands. I think he might get, I don't know if he can beat him. I don't think so. I said that was my take on that fight. My take on Tyson Fury was I would favor Tyson Fury over everybody. That's what I said before Tyson Fury came back. That's what I say right now. I'm like, if Tyson Fury, that's why I predicted Tyson Fury to be a split decision. People that know boxing knew Tyson Fury was a difficult fight. He's 6'9" and with good mobility and a good jab and relatively quick hands. And he's very experienced. Okay, that's going to be tough. You're damn near going to need a knockout to beat him. He's a very, very good fighter. He was a former WBA, WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, and IBF champion. And I don't add the IBO. Stop saying something about Anthony Joshua's IBO, by the way. Every time you guys come to my chat and you say something like this, Anthony Joshua's got Anthony Joshua's got 4 belts. Fact. Not a fact. The IBO is not a major championship belt. It doesn't count. He might as well have the NABF. You might as well just make one up and say, oh, I got the ABCD belt. All right. That belt's not a major belt. You can't even name the other IBO champions. Who? Gennady Golovkin? Does Gennady Golovkin still got the IBO? Fuck out of here with that, man. Let me get back to this comment section, man. But AJ getting squeezed now. I mean, I think it's blind faith in AJ. No, man, you know what it is? It's just wanting not to be wrong, dog. Racists are everywhere in my eyes. Everybody is equal. No, man, not everybody's equal. That's not true. They're not. No, AJ does not have a far better resume than Deontay Wilder. Absolutely not. If you think it's better, okay, you think it's better, but it's marginally better. If it's better, what has he done? He's bleed Klitschko. Who else is the killer? What other killers are on Anthony Joshua's resume? Klitschko. That's it. You want to give him credit for getting there fast. In 22 fights, dog, 18 of them are who the fuck cares? 18 of them are who cares, including Charles Martin. He won the WBA belt off of Charles, was it the IBF? He won the IBF belt off Charles Martin. Who cares? That's Charles Martin. Charles Martin, I do not believe that Charles Martin is beaten. Charles Martin isn't beating Bermane Stiverne. Charles Martin might not beat Chris Arreola. Charles Martin probably is not going to beat Gerald Washington. Charles Martin damn sure ain't about to beat Luis Ortiz, and neither is Joseph Parker. Who, Dillian Whyte? Dillian Whyte ain't beating. Man, get out of here. Ain't nothing far better about that. You living in that gaga. You living in that off their world, dude. Okay? He does not have a Canelo Alvarez type of resume, all right? He doesn't have Canelo Alvarez's resume. Let's get this straight. There's nothing Canelo Alvarez-ish about his resume. There's nothing Manny Pacquiao-ish about AJ's resume. Nothing. And the fact of the matter is that it takes you 30 fights to have a resume. In my opinion, that's not a fact. That's my opinion. Because you got to win a bunch of fights. You can go into you have to be, in order to get through 40 fights, you have to have fought hurt. You have to have fought some funny opposition. You had to have fought with a cold. You had to win during nights where you were just off. There's something about doing it over and over and over again. Okay? There's something in and of itself about getting 8 title defenses. Dude, come on, man. Ain't nothing way better about Anthony Joshua's resume. If you want to say it's better, I'll say, okay, that's your opinion. All right? Okay, you think it's better. You think Vladimir Klitschko and Dillian Whyte, Vladimir Klitschko and Dillian Whyte make his resume better than Deontay Wilder's. Okay, so what? So what? Deontay Wilder's not on his resume. Get Deontay Wilder on his resume. Deontay Wilder ain't on nobody's resume. Okay? He ain't on nobody's resume because ain't nobody beat him. Vladimir Klitschko is a notch in Lamont Peterson's resume. He's a notch in Corey Sanders, rest in peace. He's a notch in Corey Sanders' resume, okay? He's a notch in Tyson Fury's resume. I don't even know if he got a better resume than Tyson Fury, to tell you the truth. I think Tyson Fury's got a bigger win on his belt than Anthony Joshua does. He beat Vladimir Klitschko when Vladimir Klitschko had the belts and had not lost in a long time. Vladimir Klitschko, why is Anthony Joshua's resume better than why is Anthony Joshua's resume better than Tyson Fury's? Or even way better than it. Okay? And now Deontay Wilder drew with Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury's on Deontay Wilder's resume. He successfully defended his belt. I mean, that's your opinion. Way better. Let me tell you, way better resume. All right? I'm going to compare two people. One fighter I think is better than the other, but one's got a way better resume. Okay? Or not better. Jermall Charlo, Canelo Alvarez. I want to see or better yet, Canelo Alvarez, Danny Jacobs. Canelo Alvarez's resume is on another planet from Daniel Jacobs. He has, let me see how many Hall of Famers Canelo has on his resume. Like how the fight took off or not, they're there. Oh, he has Miguel Cotto. He has Shane Mosley. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's got Gennady Golovkin. He has, of the former champions that he has Austin Trout. He's got Israelandy Lara. Those 6, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Those 6 on his resume. Daniel Jacobs has a loss to Gennady Golovkin. Okay? Canelo Alvarez's resume is clearly better. Clearly. Daniel Jacobs will tell you that. Clearly better. Daniel Jacobs, Canelo Alvarez needs to fight Daniel Jacobs and prove that he can beat him. The resumes aren't going to fight. You're not going to see two pieces of paper bouncing up against each other, man. Okay, they got to fight. That's a good fight for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez has got a better resume than Demetrius Andrade. He's got a better resume than Jamal Charlo. He still needs to fight him. Okay? Still needs to fight him. Manny Pacquiao has got a better resume than Terrence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao will get the brakes beaten off of him by Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Manny Pacquiao had a much better resume than Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn won the fight. Okay? Vladimir Klitschko, way better resume than Tyson Fury did when they fought. Tyson Fury won the fight. You're not fighting a resume, dude. You're fighting a fight. Okay? You're fighting a fight. That shit don't matter. Okay? It don't matter. Roy Jones Jr., way better resume than Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver beat him. Okay? Go on and on and on, dog. On examples of when somebody had a great resume and that resume did not save their ass. Okay? And Manny Pacquiao, way better resume than Juan Manuel Marquez. Juan Manuel Marquez gave him everything he can handle and then knocked him out. Okay, got a draw. I think Marco Antonio Barrera. Juan Manuel Marquez, I scored 3 fights for Juan Manuel Marquez against Pacquiao. 3 of them. Okay? One of them was a flat on your face knockout. Who had the better resume? Of course, Manny Pacquiao had the better resume. Did it save Manny Pacquiao from landing flat on his face? No, it didn't. So who cares what you think about whose resume is better after 22 fights? Tell Anthony Joshua to stick his chin and his resume out like this. Stick his chin out and take one. Do like this. Do one of those things. Who used to do that? Do a Ricardo Mayorga and stick your chin out and be like, and let him hit him in the head and do this. Stick your chin. Do a Ricardo Mayorga. See what happens, dog. See what happens. Costa Zoo had a better record than Ricky Hatton. What happened to him? Y'all do you though, man, with the foolishness, okay? Hey, Gary, what's going on, man? I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Jeez. While I was running my mouth, dog. Man, somebody said message deleted. Oh, you must have talked shit. Thanks for the super chat, dog. I didn't even see it. You must have said something crazy. Woo 36 Daddy said, just because, salute, peace and love. Thanks, Woo Daddy 36. Big Dog Willie say, Purse says, public service announcement to AJ Fanboy. AJ is not Mayweather. Please stop trying to put him on that level. He's a good heavyweight, but not great. Much love in the super chat. John, I can't pronounce that last name. Lejeune. Much love in the super chat, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Justin stay to get cash Justin Stamo gets cash. Thank you, sir. Said the Saints were robbed. Dog, that was a bad call, but hey, man, it's what happens, dog. And Gary Misso in the building. Much love in the super chat, man. Much love in the super chat. Hey, man, thank you very much. Hey, it happens, dog. It happens, man. Charles Fiddler, you're getting a lot of attention in here today, man. You're active in the chat. Oh, you're funny. Joshua fought his mandatories. I think he fought one mandatory, right? Joshua has fought one mandatory. He fought Alexander Povetkin is the only mandatory that I know of him fighting. Because he didn't fight his mandatory Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder did. Klitschko hammered Beyonce in sparring. You don't know that shit. You weren't there. His team said he wasn't ready with 35 fights already. Let me tell you, man, his team. See, I like when dummies say dumb shit. Quiz to the chat. Who is Vladimir Klitschko's manager when he was when during the time that he could have fought Deontay Wilder? What is the name of Vladimir Klitschko's manager? The person who would have negotiated the contract between Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. Hint, he's the same guy that negotiated the contract between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. Do we know who that is? Hulk Bradley wins. Shelly Finkel. So, Mr. Don't Know Shit. The guy that said that Deontay Wilder, they weren't going to rush Deontay Wilder into a fight with Vladimir Klitschko was Vladimir Klitschko's manager. It's Vladimir Klitschko's manager. He wasn't just Deontay Wilder's manager. He was Vladimir Klitschko's manager. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Vladimir Klitschko's manager was in any hurry to get Vladimir Klitschko in there with Deontay Wilder, knowing that Vladimir Klitschko has been knocked out with one punch on multiple occasions? Just wonder, who is the last person that you would want to fight Vladimir Klitschko to fight? A guy with 35 fights and 35 knockouts who is known to have who has one punch knockout power, or a guy with 22 fights that had already been knocked down by Dillian Whyte and does not have one punch knockout power? Who do you think? Maybe it would be the less experienced guy for more money. Maybe. Because Shelly Finkel was the one that said that. Deontay Wilder didn't say that. Shelly Finkel, Vladimir Klitschko's manager, said that. But you guys just conveniently forget that they have the same manager. Right? Which kind of puts them in the same stable. Sort of. Right? And let me ask you a question. Who was the bigger fight? Who was going to get paid more money? Who was Shelly Finkel? Why would Shelly Finkel want to lose one of his heavyweight champions? You can say that Shelly Winkle, Shelly Sninkle, whatever name, you think he's stupid? Of course he's not stupid. Of course he's not stupid. They're going to let Deontay Wilder defend his belts. They're going to try to give Vladimir Klitschko Bryant Jennings. That's what they're going to do. You fight Bryant Jennings, you fight somebody else. I will still have I will have all of the belts in my stable, under my management. Because I do believe they had all of the belts. The WBC, the WBA, the IBO, and the IBF. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Vladimir Klitschko that he fought. It was Tyson Fury that he fought. Tyson Fury is a big underdog in that. But Shelly Finkel had all the belts under his management. Deontay Wilder had the WBC. Vladimir Klitschko had the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF. And we don't count the IBO, AJ fans. So stop saying he's got 4 belts. That is just some trick that marketing people talk about. I got 4 belts. Maybe hoping you'll catch and think that means he has them all. There's not 5 belts, dude. There's only 4. They just hate Wilder. The facts don't. No, the facts don't matter, dog. Without a doubt, facts don't matter. Not a lick. But I'm talking to you guys today. No, he never. What is no, he never? Man, dude, Tyson Fury is a 28, 29-year-old kid. Okay? Tyson Fury is a 28-year-old kid. Dude, he can smoke weed, snort cocaine, do what the fuck he wants to do. He ain't fighting, he ain't taking punches. And he's 20. He was doing that when he's 26, 20, when he's what, 27, 28 years old? You acting like that dude's 40 years old doing that. It might catch up to him later, but he's nice. The dude just turned 30. Fuck out of here, man. Tyson Fury had 2 warm-up. He was in training for like 8 months for that fight. He had two tune-up fights. He got his weight off. He felt comfortable enough to get in the ring. The dude looked as good as he's ever looked in his damn career, dog. Okay? Let's get out of here, dog. And no amount of working out is gonna help his chin. But you can say what you want to say, dude. The dude fought well. Big snack pack in the building. Let me check the super chats, man. I want to get off this stuff, man. You K-Cats don't deserve this much time, dog. Because you're not realistic. Much big, Mr. Big Snack Pack. Because you just want to be fan. You're a fan of him. I got you. You're a fan of him. I got you. AJ, you need that green strap. AJ need to kick rocks, dog. Do him. Yeah, Junior Drew says Shelly Finkel is his name. Yep. Shirley Winkle. Shirley Winkle was the manager, dog. Fannon, you got to start hitting the gong or some when you school these fools. Nah, man, look. It's an unfair fight. See, because unlike y'all, I've heard the same arguments you put out couple hundred times now, man. Couple hundred times easy, okay? When you say it, I've already heard it, okay? When you say 4-division champ, I already heard it. 4 belts. No, 3. When you say Wilder's manager didn't want him to fight Klitschko, no, that was Klitschko's manager that said that. What's the next one? Oh, Deontay Wilder's, who cares? Dog, we've been through this so many times, man. But we haven't been through the fact that Dillian Whyte is going to fight Anthony Joshua next. I will be thoroughly shocked if that's not the case, man. But they're going to have to come up off that money. I just think AJ cheap. That's part of it too. Ortiz is standing on the corner waiting for the UK boxer to give up their lunch. Yeah, they're never going to do that. They're never going to fight him. Anthony Joshua's not fighting him. That's an obvious fight to take. If Tyson Fury's asking for too much money, Dillian Whyte is asking for too much money, Deontay Wilder don't want to fight you because he's sick. Well, he don't want to talk to you. He want to go make that money. God, I got my window open. My cat complaining. I got an outside cat. He complaining. Fight Ortiz. Ortiz will be there April 13th. Locked and loaded, dog. Locked and loaded. Okay? Y'all just said that a bunch of you guys said that Luis Ortiz looked so bad in his last fight. He was losing the fight. Y'all smoking crack. That was a knockout waiting to happen. I still don't get what people were watching with that Luis Ortiz fight. Man, you guys are killing me, man. Even I went back and watched the Dave Allen fight. I was like, what part of him looking bad? I don't see this. I see him knocking this dude down, setting him up for a punch, and knocking him down. The guy before that, he fought, like 2 weeks before that? Eddie Hearn tried to get him all slick. We're gonna have this old man fight back to back. What, he fight 2 times in a month? Let me go look at that. That's the Eddie Hearn setup. That's when I first knew Eddie Hearn was a slickster, the arch deceiver, like 78 Sports TV said. Let me look at this. I want to make sure I check these dates on this, man. Yeah. Luis Ortiz, box rec. Luis Ortiz, when did he fight those 2? Dave Allen. Look at this. Look at the 2 fights that they said that he didn't look in, right? He fought. Look at how many. Listen to these dates. In the UK, he fought in Monte Carlo after he knocked out Tony Thompson, right? In March of 2016. But then in his next fight was November 12th. Oh, no. Excuse me. Yeah, 12. He fought. What the hell is this? Between Dave Allen, it was a month. One was 11-12. He fought Malik Scott. And the next one was 12-10. So he fought Malik Scott. He fought Dave Allen 1 month after. He fought after he went the distance with Malik Scott. This is a cat who at the time, what was that, 4 years ago? He was 36 years old. Listening to Eddie Hearn, believes he's 48. So he's 48 years old. And they had him fight 1 month after he went 12 rounds. Put him right back in the ring 12 months later against David Allen. A guy that these cats were trying to build up. A guy that he thought was a good fighter at the time. I don't know why they thought he was a good fighter, but, anyway. For now, what does undisputed mean to you? It sounds like you're advocating for not seeing undisputed in this era. Why would you say that? I advocate for seeing an undisputed champion all the time. I absolutely do. But if what you mean is this, I'm advocating for Deontay. I'm advocating for a fight that will actually happen. I'm not advocating for Deontay Wilder spinning his wheels, waiting on Anthony Joshua. He don't want to do it. Anthony Joshua doesn't want to do it. If Anthony Joshua wanted undisputed, he would have made the fight. But he doesn't want it. That's what I believe. See, you getting me twisted. I don't believe Anthony Joshua. I don't believe him. I don't believe his offers are real. I don't believe that he has any intent on fighting Deontay Wilder. I don't believe it. So I'm not going to act as if I believe it. I'm not going to call his bluff. His bluff, what do you mean by going back and forth, No. In the same amount of time that we were waiting for Deontay Wilder, if Deontay Wilder would have kept waiting on Anthony Joshua, he would have taken a fight against Dillian Whyte, and he'd be sitting there waiting for a fight with somebody else, right? Maybe he'd be fighting maybe he'd be fighting David Allen next, or fighting Joseph Parker next. Then he would fight Derek Chisora next. Then he'd fight Carlos Takam next. And he'd be all up in that little UK circle jerk they got going on with the heavyweight division they're trying to set up. I don't believe him. If I believed that Anthony Joshua wanted the fight and it was a real fight, that they intended to do it, then I would say, yeah, let's see the fight. But I also believe that it's incumbent on both guys to make the fight. It's incumbent on Deontay Wilder to make a fight, and it's on Anthony Joshua to make the fight. I just believe Anthony Joshua is the one that doesn't want it. I've seen Deontay Wilder take risks with Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury back-to-back. Those are the hardest fights he could have possibly gotten. The hardest fights he could have possibly gotten. He took the fights. Anthony Joshua is talking about people needing to be financially realistic. Anthony Joshua's talking about not charging him too much money to do it. How he's not going to sell his soul. Dog, you believe that bum? I don't believe him. And I don't mean a bum like he can't fight. I mean bum, using bum like jerk. You believe that jerk if you want, dude. That dude is a very good boxer. He's a fraud. That's what I see. And if somebody just gonna keep lying, I don't have to believe a liar. If somebody I think is lying, somebody that doesn't keep their word, like I'll take this money if you give me the money, but you didn't think that he could give you the money, then you don't take the money, right? You say, oh yeah, you know, here's a fixed fee, and the guy says, all right, well, I'll accept it. Okay, that amount of money is cool. Answer 2 more questions, and then we can sign the contract. I just need answers to, the WBA, all of a sudden the WBA says, I got 24 hours to fight Povetkin, so I got to do it. Offers off the table. And then take another month to negotiate it? Come on, man. Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn said that his fight that he wanted for Anthony Joshua wanted the most was Dillian Whyte. And he said that 5 days after he fought Klitschko. They sat around and waited for Vladimir Klitschko to decide whether or not he was going to have a rematch for months. I had to do a video about Anthony Joshua. Said, man, come on, man, shit or get off the pot. Decide who you're going to fight. Vladimir Klitschko is not fighting. He's retired. He said he's retired. Now that he's not going to take the fight. And it should have been Luis Ortiz. Should have been. But they said, oh, no, I was the IBF champion first. It needs to be Pulev. Pulev said, I don't want to fight you. I'm not going to take this fight on this. You giving me a 6-week training with an 8-week training camp? I need at least 12 weeks. I don't want to do it. That was the first guy that did not chase Anthony Joshua. Was Pulev. Then, instead of fighting Luis Ortiz, who was his other mandatory, he fought Carlos Takam. Oh, come on, man. This shit's on Anthony Joshua. That's not in his plan. And the whole time, that was going on, Eddie Hearn was trying to have Deontay Wilder fight Dillian Whyte. Fight Dillian Whyte. Fight Dillian Whyte. Fight Dillian Whyte. I'm giving you your biggest paycheck ever. Fight Dillian Whyte. He even says, sign a contract with me, and then I'll fight Dillian Whyte. I'll give you Dillian Whyte. Just like he said that he wanted to do to begin with. He wanted Dillian Whyte to fight for the WBC belt against Deontay Wilder. That's what he wanted. And if AJ really wanted Deontay Wilder, then wouldn't he have told Anthony Joshua, wouldn't he have told Eddie Hearn right off the bat, look, man, I want the Deontay Wilder fight. Don't give that fight to Dillian Whyte. I want that fight. I want to unify. He didn't say that. Man, y'all just, come on, man. I do believe Eddie Hearn is the problem, but AJ's got, you can't have it, these cats can't have it both ways. If AJ's his own boss, and I keep hearing people say he's his own boss, Eddie Hearn says it's on AJ. Then it's on him, okay? He's the fighter, then it's on him. It's on him. Make the fight. But he's not going to make the fight because he said, oh, well, he needs to be financially realistic. And he's on ESPN talking about it. Being financially realistic. They want their career high payday fighting me as if they're stealing from him or something. As if it's not the fans that are paying the money. It do go on. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see the unified heavyweight championship. But at the same time, dog, I'm not going to act like it's up to that Deontay Wilder is the only one that's responsible for that. If Deontay Wilder says he wants to take the fight, he wants to get paid fairly, why shouldn't he get paid fairly? Why shouldn't he? They're putting all the belts on the line. Why shouldn't he get paid like all the belts are on the line? Anthony Joshua is dude, I ain't Clarissa Shields, okay? I'm going to tell you. Clarissa Shields is the one talking about how beautiful AJ is, and it's like he floats in the room. I am not attracted to him. I couldn't give a shit about seeing him again, quite honestly. And trust me, if he lost, I would be laughing. And if Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, I wouldn't like it. But then guess what I would do? I would laugh my ass off and Anthony Joshua. Now you can't even do it. Now you don't have somebody that you think you might be able to outbox you. Because I don't think Anthony Joshua can beat Deontay Wilder. I know Anthony Joshua cannot beat Tyson Fury. You can write that home. That shit ain't happening, okay? To me, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury is probably 55-45 Deontay Wilder. 55-45. Because Deontay Wilder can knock him out. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, to me, 70-30. Tyson Fury. Because of the styles. 70-30. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua is too slow, number one. Number two, he thinks too much. Number three, Tyson Fury's too damn tall. He's going to tag that dude upside the head all day. That's easy money. That's easy money. Anthony Joshua's dude, Eddie Hearn, I don't know who's making the decisions over there, but dog, they lost their mind. First of all, you got a fight that's probably for you. It's a very dangerous fight, but it's a more realistic, it's a more realistic that you can win it against Deontay Wilder. More realistic that you can win it. Tyson Fury gonna beat the piss out you and laugh at you, clown you. He's gonna stick his hands behind his back. He's gonna do all kind of stupid shit. He's gonna hold you, slap you up, and he's gonna win that fight by decision. He's gonna win the fight by decision. Or no, he's just gonna win the shit by decision. This shit's not gonna be a close fight. But you're gonna let Tyson Fury go there and fight Deontay Wilder again? He's probably gonna get knocked out, Tyson Fury. But that's that style make fight thing. Because now Deontay Wilder knows how to fight a 6'9" guy. He never fought anybody taller than him before. He's got experience fighting somebody that big now. He also knows that Tyson Fury got an Achilles heel, that chin. And if he gets it, that dude can go. Okay? And that's how I see that thing going. It's an ass whooping. But Anthony Joshua need to be out there. You need to go to a pond, grab you a bucket full of pennies, take your ass to one of them wishing wells, toss that shit in there, and pray that Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury. Because if Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for Anthony Joshua. It's a wrap. Because he has to fight him. And then it's over. It's that his belts are going over to the gypsies. All right? The traveling folk gonna have all them belts. Because he can't beat Tyson. I'm telling you, Anthony Joshua cannot beat Tyson Fury. I mean it like this. Anthony Joshua got more of a chance. Mikey Garcia has a better chance against Errol Spence Jr., in my opinion, than AJ has against Tyson Fury. It's that big a mismatch. That big a mismatch. Mark my words. It's that big a mismatch. He will make easy work of Anthony Joshua. He might not knock him out, but it's going to be easy money. Easy money. Oh, my God. Easy money. And you dummies are going to bet on him, and I'm betting. If they fight, I'm putting $1,000 on it. Because there ain't that big a robbery in the world, dog. It'll be an easier fight. Tyson Fury will beat Anthony Joshua easier than he beat Klitschko. And they'll be like, this stinker fight. They'll call it a stinker fight. But that stinker fight is going to walk away with all them belts, dog. Gee, I promise you. I don't know about that one. You're going too far. Spence will massacre Mikey. Oh, I'm telling you, I think that Mikey and Errol Spence is a mismatch. I think Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury is a mismatch. Nah, maybe not as bad. Maybe not as bad. But dog, I think I'm just trying to, okay, I'm with you on that. I can, kudos to that. Maybe not that bad. But it is a mismatch. Let me leave it at that. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua is a mismatch. It's a matchmaker's nightmare. It's the one where you're like, God dog. No, it's like Shane Mosley, Vernon Forrest. No. You guys that walked in that fight with Shane Mosley, thinking Shane Mosley was going to beat Vernon Forrest, Viper whooped that ass, okay? And should have known Viper was going to whoop that ass because Viper is that long jab, that straight was just kryptonite for Shane Mosley. Jay Good, Joshua gets embarrassed and exposed with that robotic style facing Fury all day, dog. Yeah, my organ smoking cigarettes. I'm telling you, styles make fights, and that's the style. Man, he better. I'm telling you guys, you got AJ Cats. It's going to end one way or the other, dog. It's going to end one way or the other for you. All right. But something should tell you. You should know something's going on if he's not leaving the UK. You should know this. Why isn't he leaving the UK? Why would everybody else leave the UK? You got all this money in the United States. Twice the money. Whatever you think AJ's making over here in the UK, if he was as big in the United States as he is in the UK, he'd be earning 3 times the money. 3 times the money. Why won't they bring him there? Matchroom would earn 3 times the money. Why won't they bring him there? I don't take Deontay Wilder out of it. Why won't they bring him there? I don't believe he's going there against Jarrell Miller. That's a fake. That's fake. And if he does, then you know he's not making money like that in the United States. Or in the UK. Either he's not making the money they say they're making in the UK if he fights Jarrell Miller, or he really truly is a cheapskate. Truly a cheapskate. Fear, maybe not, maybe not. Canelo best pound for pound. I gave it 8, Canelo 1B. I gotta slap. I gotta put Terrence Crawford up there with him because of the hamburger meat, dog. The hamburger meat. But if he's fighting Daniel Jacobs, dude, Canelo's a mother. Hey, dog, I don't see how people ain't Canelo fans. I know there's some things about Canelo that, like, I don't like the rehydration clause, if that's a rumor, all that stuff going on. All that tricky dick stuff. But God dog, Gennady Golovkin 2 times in a row, skip a fight. Daniel Jacobs, hey man, that's putting in work. But everybody knows I'm a Canelo fan. Yeah, Canelo stipulations Alvarez. Can't lie, dog. It is Canelo's triple. Yep, it is. The best pound for pound is Wilder. That's an insult to Wilder. Heavyweights don't need pound for pound, man. I ain't comparing no heavyweight. And I am not an Anthony Joshua fan, but I'm not comparing Canelo Alvarez to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua will knock Canelo Alvarez's head clear off his shoulders, okay? That shit will be a horror movie. Boom, like The Exorcist. That shit will spin around in a circle, dog. Pound for pound don't matter when you do that. Because just like with Deontay Wilder fought a guy 60 pounds bigger than him. You know what I mean? It's just, if Anthony Joshua fought Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he's fighting a guy 60 pounds bigger than him. If Deontay Wilder fought Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he's fighting somebody that's probably 100 pounds bigger than him. So, dog, do you know how many weight classes there might be between Jarrell Big Baby Miller and Deontay Wilder? 100 pounds? There's no need for pound. Everybody's secondary to the heavyweights, man. And I don't care what guy, Steve Hardhood. Man, Steve Hardhood be tripping. I'm not a big fan of the heavyweight division. Man, who cares? If you're not a fan of the heavyweight division, dog, you ain't a fan of the truth. Because that's where all that gamesmanship goes out the window. All that gamesmanship, most of it goes out the window. Because it don't matter what, you don't got to make weight. You don't got to make weight. You ain't got to rehydrate. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody moving down from some other weight class to fight you. And if they moving up, dog, move up at your own risk. Heavyweights are the truth, man. Heavyweight's the king of boxing, dog. Heavyweight's the king of boxing. should be the king of sports. Should be the king of sports. I ain't buying this MMA shit either, okay? I ain't buying it, all right? I'm not buying it. Street fights don't matter, okay? People are like, oh, this guy will whip this guy in the streets. No, he won't. You know what Mike Tyson will do to you in the street, dog? Mike Tyson will grab hold of you and bite your neck till something comes out. Street fight is just a street fight. It's a sport. And ain't no MMA, no. Now, if MMA fighter want to go over there and wrestle with some damn body, that's on them. But for me, regardless, heavyweight division, dog, I'm not going to give anybody credit. I'm not giving anybody in boxing credit over Anthony Joshua that's not a heavyweight. And I don't like Anthony Joshua, but I'm not giving anybody credit over him that ain't a heavyweight, dog. I can't do it. It's not true to boxing in my opinion. It's not true to boxing. Okay? It's not true to boxing. I love Errol Spence Jr. That's one of my favorite fighters, no doubt about it, dog. Okay? And he's not going to go fight Anthony Joshua, okay? He's not. What Roy Jones Jr. did with John Ruiz means more to me than Chocolatito moving up 6 weight classes, okay? Or whatever he did. Those 6 weight classes are within 5 ounces of each other. You know what I mean? Like 108 to 130 pounds, right? 108 to 130 pounds is 22 pounds. Okay, what are the weight classes? How many weight classes are there between that, dog? Like 108, 112, I don't even remember what those weight classes are. But I know damn sure 160, you got the 118, 122, 126, 130, 135, right? So between 118 and 135, 5 weight classes. 118, 135. That's 17 pounds. You got 5 weight classes within 17 pounds. Dog, Deontay Wilder gave up 60 pounds to Anthony Joshua. I'm never going to give those dudes that credit. Sorry. I mean, I don't mean to punish you for being a little dude, but that's what it is. 118 is 1. 122 is 2. 126 is 3. 130 is 4. 135 is 5. Between 118 and 135. That's 17 pounds. Between 27 pounds, there's 6 weight classes within 27 pounds. Why would I give somebody this all god-awful pound-for-pound credit for doing? Not saying that ain't easy to do, that it's easy to do, but you can have a guy that's a 140-pound fighter drop down to 118. Like, no, I'm never going to do that. That's not fair. That's not fair to the cruiserweights. Damn, dude, from between 175, there's more weight difference between 175 and cruiserweight. There's 25 pounds. 25 pounds for 1 weight class. They got 17 for 5. 17 pounds for 5 weight classes. There's a 25-pound weight gap between the cruiserweight and the end of between 175, which is like 176 for cruiserweight, up to 100 and up to 200 pounds for cruiserweight, right? Like 24 pounds. That's 24 pounds for 1 weight class. 175 to 160, 175 to 168, 8 pounds, 18 pounds for 2 weight classes. Between 160 and 175 is 15 pounds for 2 weight classes. For the end of 168 and 175. To go through that, through those 3 weight classes is 15 pounds. No way in the world I'm ever going to give Chocolate. That's why those guys play those games. The Chocolatito game. Oh, Chocolatito's a pound-for-pound fighter, best fighter in the world. He's got 18 weight classes and he's done it. This shit's a pound apart. 118 and 122 is 118 and 122, that's 4 pounds. That's 4 pounds. 122 and 126, that's 4 pounds. 126 and 130, that's 4 pounds. Then 130, 130, that's 5 pound different. Fuck out of here, man. I'm never going to do that, dog. You will never get them cats credit like that. Oh, somebody got blasted? Yeah, Layla D, you got blopped up. Let me get my butt to work. Peace. Hey, man, peace, Rob Finkel. What time is it, man? I'm probably way... Okay, yeah, I'm at it. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody. Yeah, dudes are funny with that. I would never do that, though. I respect the comment, but you know, nah, man, I can't reciprocate. Can't reciprocate that, homie. But look, man, I appreciate everybody coming out today. Oh, the last topic I was going to discuss is Gervonta Davis and Manny Pacquiao. Oh, I think I did talk about that. Manny Pacquiao better stay the hell away from Gervonta Davis, okay? Manny, stay away. Callum said, I just support British boxing. Wilder fight with AJ would be really tough, but there are fights, AJ. Yeah, I can respect that. And you know what I like, Callum? You're a respectful dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to have somebody came by UK. I haven't heard anything you say was way off base, dude. Like, you're not insulting. Cats are a little quick triggered with UK dudes because you just be, for real, y'all can be some real wild boys with the stuff you say. So sometimes people might, you know, get a little trigger finger with you. But I appreciate what you say, man. Oh, you though. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here this dude, like, speak of the devil. See, like this dude, Lee, like you, dude. You just one of them dudes. Let me tell you, I'll answer your question, though, Lee. After Fury rematch fight, where does that leave Wilder if AJ fucks him off? It leaves him a very wealthy man. That's where it leaves him. It leaves him the WBC champion if he wins, and a very, very wealthy man that can fight somebody else. Doug, there are other fights, dude. Anthony Joshua's not the only boxer in the world, dude. You think too highly of him, man. They blew your head up. They blew your head up about this dude, man. Okay? Manny Pacquiao, for years, had pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view in the anticipation of him fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. He wasn't the number one money man in boxing, but he was in the United States, and he got enough people watching him on pay-per-view in his fights to make a shitload of money. Deontay Wilder has not fought Anthony Joshua yet. He's an 8-time defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He just had his first pay-per-view, which was on par with the first pay-per-view that Canelo had, the first pay-per-view Floyd Mayweather Jr. had, the first pay-per-view that Oscar De La Hoya had. What's the issue? We don't need you. You don't need you, okay? We don't need you. The question is, if AJ loses to somebody in the UK, where's he going to do? He slips around and gets his chin checked and loses like via Lennox Lewis or a bunch of other heavyweights have done. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Continue to fight? Who's going to fight Dave Allen? What's he going to do if the United States grows the heavyweight market in the United States? And people are like, you know what, man, I can make more money in the United States than I can make fighting in the UK. Because, you know, that's the case for most boxers, right? Most boxers make more money fighting in the United States than they fight in the UK. You know why I know that to be true? Because let me name the multi-million-dollar fighters in the UK. Okay? You ready for this? I'm going to name the fighters in the UK that can make multi-million dollars in a fight. Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, maybe Derek Chisora, Kell Brook, Amir Khan. I think that's it. Tyson Fury. That's it, right? Those are the multi-million-dollar fighters. Let me tell you, let me run off the multi-million-dollar fighters in the United States. Okay? Adrian Broner, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr., Jermall Charlo soon, Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, Mikey Garcia, soon. Oh, fighters in the United States, excuse me, not just Americans. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. I'm pretty sure I could get to like 15 of them that make millions. Danny Garcia. Lamont Peterson has made over $1 million in a fight. Who's over there? And of course, Lomachenko. Who's on the Golden Boy that's making $1 million? Yeah, but that's about it. You got maybe 4 or 5 over there. We maybe got like 15 fighters. We got guys that don't even have belts that are making $1 million a fight, dude. Adrian Broner's washed up. 0-3 and still making money like that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. can come out tomorrow and make that amount of money, make well over that amount of money. Okay? Just a lot of them, dog. Big Baby Miller gonna screw around and make $1 million in a fight. Daniel Jacobs is gonna get $1 million in this against. It's probably made $1 million. Probably made it against Gennady Golovkin. It's definitely gonna make it against Canelo Alvarez. These are you've got, and then you say, what are the second tier fighters making? How many fighters do we got to make $500,000 a fight? Right? 400, 500, 600,000 a fight. Fighter after fighter after fighter makes that. You guys go from top to, it's thin. It's just, you don't have, dog, it's just, come on, man. You don't, it's not, Devin Haney. Sorry, yeah, I got dog. Devin Haney, Brandon Rios. Oh, shit. Leo Santa Cruz. I forgot Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares. Yeah, man, it's just a lot of dudes like the PBC. Gary Russell Jr., probably not Gary Russell Jr. yet, but somewhere around there for Gary Russell Jr. The Charlo brothers are going to wind up making that much if they don't already make that much. Cats in the United States are turning down multi-million-dollar offers from Eddie Hearn. They're turning them down. Dog, they make money over here, man. It's feast or famine over there. Well, but if you're not world-class here, I do believe the bottom drops way out below the PBC, and you probably make more money like C-level fighters and D-level fighters. I do believe will make more money in the UK than they would make in the United States, because we don't have a domestic boxing scene. We have an international boxing scene. So, like, we don't have. It's like you can't fight domestic in the United States. Once you get to a level, once you get to a certain level, you're fighting international. You're fighting international level, because we're the center of international boxing. We have international fights here that don't even have Americans in it. In the UK, man, can somebody tell me the last time there was a fight in the UK, a major fight in the UK that didn't include somebody from the UK? Don't you guys always fight UK fighters? Always. Gennady Golovkin, I thought he went over there to the UK to fight Amir Khan, right? Errol Spence went over to the UK to fight Kell Brook. Gervonta Davis went over there to fight Liam Walsh. I don't know of any fights. Deontay Wilder went over there and fought Audley Harrison. I don't know if anybody over there, even Muhammad Ali went over there and fought Henry Cooper. I just don't know if you guys even doing that. You know what I mean? So when you go to the UK to fight, it's always a UK fighter. It always involves a UK fighter. In the United States, it's on a regular basis that you'll see 2 Mexicans fighting. You'll see a Mexican fight somebody from Ukraine. You see a Mexican fight somebody from somebody from Russia, right? You'll see fight after. I mean, that's what it is. You see a Filipino. You'll see somebody from the Philippines fight somebody from Mexico. I mean, we're international. This is international boxing. We don't even have domestic. We have the domestic fights we have are fights they don't even get televised. They're fights like the ones where you got up and coming fighters that you might see on YouTube, or you might see a tape. You might see a tape on them. That's when you see like Deontay Wilder fighting. Like, look at well, shit. A lot of them even fight in Mexico. A lot of them will go fight in Mexico. Like the kids that are coming out on the Olympics, coming out of the pros early, they go fight in Mexico because it's so hard to get domestic fights. Anyway, it is. We know what it is. And it still be a sold-out fight. Yeah. What about Billy Joe Saunders? Yeah, maybe Billy Joe Saunders too. I don't know, but Billy Joe Saunders, yeah, you can throw Billy Joe Saunders in there. If that's the case. You know what I mean? But I'm saying you got to be you got to be a world champ, dog. Everybody we named were world champs. Every one of them, okay, were world champions. If Kell Brook was a world champion. Amir Khan was a world champion. Anthony Joshua was clearly a world champion. I think he might have got that before that, though, so that's a little bit different. Dillian Whyte is an exception to it. Derek Chisora is probably, I don't know if Derek Chisora is getting it like that or not. But, you know, David Haye was retired. He was making money like that. He was making that type of money. But, you know, you can add all those guys up and they ain't making what they're not making. You can add all those dudes. You probably can add all the money from those guys making a fight, ball it up, and it might be less than what Canelo Alvarez makes. It might be less than that $33 million that Canelo Alvarez gets. You can ball them all up together, and it's definitely less money than Floyd Mayweather Jr. makes. You can take Anthony Joshua, Kell Brook. You could take the money earned by all of their purses and add them up. Dillian Whyte, what's his name, man? Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and Billy Joe Saunders. You can take all that up, all the purses together, wrap them up, and they might make less money than Canelo Alvarez did. Maybe they might break it, but definitely not in a year. Canelo Alvarez, 2 fights, definitely more than all of that. Anyway, it is what it is. You know what it be. Crawford. Who did he fight when he crossed the pond? Ricky Burns. He fought Ricky Burns over there, didn't he? Eddie Hearn is the highest paid. Yeah, man. Drink More Water said, to be fair, you can do the same with American fighters. No one is making what Floyd Mayweather is making. To be fair, you could. But let's do this. You can do, that's why I didn't want to use him. You could do Manny Pacquiao too. You can say the same thing. Go a notch down. Say Manny Pacquiao. Same thing probably applies to Manny. Definitely when Manny Pacquiao was at the top of his game, it applied to Manny Pacquiao too. It also applied to Lennox Lewis when he fought in the U.S. Lennox Lewis made more money in the 90s than Anthony Joshua and those guys make now. Evander Holyfield made more money in the late 90s, early 2000s than everybody in the UK makes now. Makes way more money than Anthony Joshua made. Tyson, dude, think about this, man. Think about this. Muhammad Ali, with the exception of Anthony Joshua, right? And I'm just talking about regular numbers, regular money. In 1978 or 1980, he made more money in one fight than anybody in the UK has made in their career other than Anthony Joshua. at $8 million in 1980 in the U.S. against Larry Holmes. $8 million. Muhammad Ali made $5 million. $5 million in 1974. Guaranteed $5 million in 1974. Anthony Joshua is probably the only guy in the UK that makes $5 million in a fight now in 2019. The United States, we spend more money. It's just what it is. And it's not an indictment on the fighter themselves. It's just the economy. That's why Manny Pacquiao could sell out a 100,000 seat arena in the Philippines easy. But he's not going to go because they can't pay him what he can make fighting in front of 16 here. It's just what it is, man. But anyway, that's beating a dead dog. Look, man, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Christopher Claus, dude, you're a moron. There are no big names in American boxing. Dude, you're not a big name unless you're in American boxing. You get that twisted. You're not a big name unless you are in American boxing. That's what makes you a big name. Period. If you are not big in the United States, you're not big in boxing. You're big in Anthony Joshua's big in the UK. He's the last of the great. Man, are you kidding me? You have no clue. You have no clue. And it won't be long because, and I tried to explain it to some of you guys. As soon as one fighter captivated the Mexican fan base, they became a huge star. That's Canelo Alvarez. The last time somebody became a very big, well-known fighter and captivated the African-American market, they became a star. Every time they do that, they become a star. Every time. Without a doubt. Every time. Zeus! My dog. Every time. Every time. So the question is, can he captivate at the black American fan base? When he does that, he'll be bigger than any guy in America. He'll be bigger than any. If he could captivate the whole market, he'd be the biggest star in sports. Period. Anyway, it is what it is. Y'all live in y'all world if you want, dog. I'm just telling you what it is and what it be. But with that, Mr. King Palmer, man, I'm sorry I missed you, sir. Much love in the super chat. Hey, man, much love to everybody in the super chat. Catch y'all tomorrow. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We can chop it up tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. Peace.